So I have this jug that I started with, and I used some Rust-Oleum chalked linen white spray paint, and I sprayed the entire jug until it was fully covered. Once that dried, I got these napkins from Christmas Tree Shop, and I opened one up, and I lifted the layer, which is one of the plies, and you want to remove them. So it just peels off the back. And using my rotary cutter and a straight edge, I just cut the napkin in half. And then I'm going to remove the border from the bottom of the napkin. And then I cut that piece into 3 pieces. And I'm just cutting along the creases from the napkin being folded. I'm using some Wise Owl 1-hour enamel clear in the matte finish, and I'm going to decoupage my napkin around the entire jug. So I'm going to lay my first sheet down, and you're just going to lay it on top of the 1-hour enamel. You're going to apply more on top of the napkin, and I'm using a Gen foam brush. And then you want to take some saran wrap, and if you just lay it on top and rub it out, it'll help get rid of some of the wrinkles. And this is where you want to use a brayer if you have one. And then you're just going to lift the saran wrap. And then I'm moving to the next section and adding the 1-hour enamel. And I'm just piecing my napkin back together. Now, because the jug is round, it was easier to cut the napkin into pieces and piece it back together. You will get less wrinkles, and it will just be easier to apply. And then I went back to the left side, applied my 1-hour enamel, laid that napkin back down, and I'm just joining them back where I cut them off. Apply the 1-hour enamel back on top, and then the saran wrap will help get some of the wrinkles out. And if you have Mod Podge, that will work as well. And I just repeated that until I went around my entire jug. Now, you want to save the borders that you cut off in the previous step. And I'm going to take those and decoupage them on the top and bottom of the napkin. So again, I'm just laying it down on top of the 1-hour enamel. And once it started to get a little funny because the top here is rounded, I just cut it and I pieced it again. It was easier for me to piece everything back together because if you just do one big strip, it's just going to wrinkle up and buckle because of the rounded top. And I did that around the entire top and bottom of my jug. And the 1-hour enamel is also a good top coat and will help protect it. So I just went ahead and 1-hour enameled everything when I was adding my bottom border. Next, I had these bottle lights, and they are meant to go into something with a smaller neck like a wine bottle, but I'm just going to glue this to the cap of my jug. And you just want to glue it right in the center of the cap, and you can stick your finger and turn it on and off. And then where you add more battery is exposed, so you shouldn't have a problem changing out the battery when it's time. And I'm just going to string that into my jug and screw the cap on. To finish the top off, I took some gray paint and I'm just going to apply it to the top here. And I'm just dry brushing around the top border, just so everything kind of blends together. I took this red and black gingham ribbon, and I'm just going to make a bow. So I'm going to do a loop to the right, a loop to the left, another loop to the right, loop to the left, and then a third loop to the right and third loop to the left. And you just want to pinch everything in the center while you're doing this. And then you're going to take your floral wire and tie the center and leave some extra hanging off the back. And then once it's tied in the center, then you can just fluff up your loops that you made. And I'm using my pinking shears to just cut the ends. And when you have a wired edged ribbon, it just is so much easier to make a nice fluffy bow, and you can kind of mess with it until you're happy with how it looks. And then using the extra floral wire from the ribbon, I'm just going to tie it to the handle of my jug. I'm going to put my string lights back into my jug and twist the cap on. And now we just have this jug that you can display in your home and turn it on at nighttime. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Paint products can be found on our webpage at chalkitupfancy.com. And don't forget, you can check out some other tutorials over on our webpage or our YouTube channel. Have a great day.